my beauties, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. As the title reads, today I have for you some very important grooming tips. Now, since we all are in a lockdown and we can't visit a parlor, we have to take care of ourselves at home and be self-sufficient. So many of you reached out to me asking so many questions, and the main question that a lot of you have asked is how to get rid of body and facial hair. I will be sharing some tips with you around that. Not just that, I will be sharing a DIY face mask which substitutes very well for a facial. I'm going to be sharing with you how to do a very quick hair spa at home, a quick manicure and a quick pedicure. This is going to be a long ass video, so grab a cup of tea or coffee. And if you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell. Please do follow me on my Instagram account. I will leave the handle somewhere on the screen and also in the description box below. And what are we waiting for? Let's dive right into this video. Now I'm going to be sharing 7 very important self-grooming tips with you guys, something that you can easily do at home. The first one that is the most important and the most requested, how to get rid of body hair. So I use these wheat strips which are very easily available at a chemist near you or at a big basket or an Amazon. They come in 3 or 4 variants for sensitive skin, dry skin and normal skin, and I think one more variant. I've used all of them. But this one for dry skin is something that I really like. This does not dry out the skin. That's why I like the dry skin one the most. It has a 3-step leaflet inside where it shows you exactly how you can go about using these wax strips right here. And the wax strips actually look like this. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys must have used this, but just in case if you haven't, that's why I'm showing the inside of the packaging as well. These are basically 2 strips that are joined into one. You have to separate these strips to use them. Now, I don't use any shaving method on my body, so this is what I have been using and I find it very, very helpful. It's very easy to do and it's very close to getting a wax done at a parlor. It's pretty easy. The only thing that you will need help with is doing your armpits, because that's difficult to do it all by yourself. So you can ask one of your family members to help you out with it. My second tip would be around how to get rid of facial hair. Now, I'm not a very hairy person, neither on my body nor on my face. A lot of you have asked me whether I shave my face. No, I don't, and I haven't ever tried shaving my face. I'm actually pretty skeptical of doing it. A lot of YouTubers have done it and I think it works for them, which is fantastic, but I have been a little bit skeptical. I've researched upon it. I'm still not very convinced about shaving my hair. So what I do for my facial hair is something I'm going to show you. The first thing that I use is a very humble tweezer. So I use this to do my brows. Basically, if you see, I have bushy brows, but they are very scanty in between. So I don't shape my brows on the top, at least right now when we are in a lockdown. I do otherwise, but I like to keep them thick because they are scanty. And if whatever extra hair that I get underneath right here, I use a tweezer to pluck them out. Now, I know it's a little bit painful, but this really works for me. And I don't know how to thread. If you do, then that's great. But this is something that I've been doing for a while now. The next thing that I only discovered during this lockdown, and the one thing that I did not know how to do, is how to get rid of my hair on my upper lip. So I used to use a tweezer earlier whenever I had an emergency or I could not go to the parlor. But to do it with a tweezer on the entire of your upper lip can be a little challenging, because anyway I become like a red monkey when I get my threading done on my upper lips and on my eyebrows. So I found a solution, but you have to be very, very careful while you're using this. Even with the body wax, please be very careful. You have to read the instructions very carefully. And if you can't understand, make sure you read the pamphlet completely before you go ahead with body wax as well. I'm talking about the wheat wax. So for my upper lip, I started using this facial wax. Now this is called an upper lip wax or whatever you call it. Basically, it's a facial wax and it's easily available at a chemist. It's extremely affordable as well. It's 100 rupees for a pretty good grammage of product. Basically, you can't run out of this. You take very little to do up your upper lip area, and I know a lot of people do their chin hair also with this. So my mom introduced me to this. I did not know how to use this, so she taught me exactly how to do it. But you have to be very careful with this. It comes like this. That's how the wax looks like. It's a red wax, and you can see there's pretty decent amount of product that you get here. So you have to heat this on a stove, on a gas stove, and then once it's hot, you apply it on your upper lip. But you have to be very, very careful, guys. Especially if you have sensitive skin, you have to be very particular. And irrespective of your skin type, when you're using these things, please make sure you patch test so that you can know whether it's suiting you or not. So On your hand, you should just take a little bit and see whether it's hot enough or whether it's too hot for your face, because your facial skin is too thin. So this is something you have to be very, very careful while you're using this. And if you are someone who's not confident of using this, please don't. You can live with your hair, but you don't want any burns on your face. So that is what I do for the upper lip area. Now you guys must be thinking, what do I do for my facial hair? If you see, I don't have a lot of facial hair. However, I do have a lot of peach fuzz on my face, and the way I kind of take care of it is use a facial bleach. And the one that I could get my hands on right now and during a lockdown is the VLCC Insta Glow Oxy Bleach. Now this is something I've used earlier also, so I was confident of using this. However, let me tell you, bleach is something you don't want to use very often. Now, even when my hair turned absolutely black, I tend to just skip it. So I use a bleach not more than once in 3 months, unless I have to go to a wedding or a function in my house, etc. Because bleach also has chemicals that can give you rashes on your face, pigmentation, two-tone skin, and all of those things can happen. So I would say that use this when all of your hair have turned black and you really need to get a bleach done. So that's how I've been managing so far, and I think it really works for me. I haven't felt the need to shave my face. I have heard very good things about shaving your face, but honestly, I'm still very skeptical. I still want to do a lot more research before I dive into it, because I don't want to regret after I've shaved my face. My fourth tip would be a face mask that I whip up at home. It's a DIY face mask and something that substitutes really well for a facial. And you guys know that I'm anyway not someone who gets a lot of facials done from the parlor. Do try this one at home. It's very, very useful, exfoliates the skin really well. So I'm going to show you how to create it. But if you want to scrub your face before this, you can. I don't feel that my skin needs any kind of exfoliation before this face mask, because it's more than enough for my skin. So let's dive right into making this face mask. So guys, here are all the ingredients that we will need, and this face pack is very easy to make because all the ingredients like you see here are available easily at home. So this is basically rice flour. If you don't have rice flour at home, you can just put some of the rice in the grinder and just grind it. Then I have some turmeric here, some yogurt here, there's organic honey here, vitamin E oil, and then I have aloe vera gel here. So very simply, I'm going to be mixing everything together. I first will add turmeric into the rice flour, and the turmeric that I've taken here is literally about 3 to 4 pinches. If you have acne prone skin, you can increase the quantity of turmeric a little bit. Then I will add yogurt. First, I will only take 1 spoon because I have other ingredients to add as well. Now I'm going in with an aloe vera gel. This is the one from Moha. Really like this aloe vera gel also because this has cucumber and rose in it. So literally just that much aloe vera gel is what you will need. It's about half a teaspoon of aloe vera gel. And then my favorite ingredient of all times, you guys know I love vitamin E oil, and I like to add this in most of my face packs. So I'm going to take about 2 to 3 drops of this. The dropper of this is not working properly, so I have to go in. Yeah, 3 drops of this. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some organic honey. You can add whatever honey you like, but I highly recommend using some organic honey. So I'm just going to take half a teaspoon of honey and add to this pack. Now you can see that there are such beautiful ingredients in here. This is going to be such a nutritious face pack to put on your face. And I'm just going to mix this well. Now you can adjust the quantity of yogurt and aloe vera gel. We don't want to put any water in this. We want to make sure that we have a good thick paste with yogurt and with aloe vera gel. So that's the consistency you want to get at. I added a little bit of extra yogurt. This is not too thick and not too runny. Now we are going to go ahead and apply this on our face. So now that the pack is ready, I'm going to be taking a brush like this. This is a flat foundation Vega brush. You can use any brush that you like, or just use your clean fingers to spread it out. So I'm going to take a good amount and I'll start spreading from the center of my face. Now you will see that this face pack is a little grainy. That's how it's supposed to be because it has rice flour in it. Now this is a very, very good face pack to get rid of any kind of clogged pores, any blackheads or whiteheads, because the rice flour in specific has the capacity to suck out any oil from the surface of your skin, which prevents acne and also prevents blackheads and whiteheads. And if you have any blackheads and whiteheads, it's going to take care of that too. Not just that, it's very good for your pores as well. We had added yogurt in this, which is very good for premature aging skin because that has lactic acid in it. Then we also added some turmeric, which is a very good anti-inflammatory agent. Also honey, which cures any kind of redness or any kind of rashes on your skin. Honey also is anti-inflammatory. So both products are great. And then lastly, we added the vitamin E oil, which you guys know I absolutely love. I use that a lot in my skincare simply because it's anti-aging. It takes care of fine lines, wrinkles on your face. This face pack is very good for anyone who has pigmentation or uneven skin tone or any kind of dark spots, because the turmeric and yogurt in here, even the vitamin E oil and the rice flour is going to take care of the pigmentation. Turmeric is very good if you have acne prone skin. So this is a sort of a face pack which is a very good alternative to do a facial at home. Clearly you can't go to a parlor right now. So this is an all-purpose sort of a facial that you can do at home. If you have a lot of dead skin on your face, you can scrub your face before going ahead with this face pack. For me, I feel this face pack alone does the job really well. Because of the ingredients that are present in this. So now that I've properly spread out the face pack on my face, now I'm going to leave it for 15 minutes and wash it off, and you will see the results for yourself. So guys, do you see how even toned and clear my skin looks? This is a DIY that any skin type can use. Highly recommend this for anyone who has oily combination, acne prone or pigmentation on their face. This is a very good DIY to have. Do try it at home and you will really see results close to a facial at the parlor. My fifth tip would be on how to do a simple manicure at home. And if you missed my video on how to do a manicure, I've done it in detail. I'm going to link that video right above here. You can check it out. But I am going to tell you that there are two things that I do not miss in my hand care, which is basically for nail care, because these days our hands are so overworked and they need some extra attention. The first thing that I do not miss at night is a Moha nail cream. This is a wonderful cream and really works on my nails. It comes with flaxseed oil and almond oil, which is great to keep your nails strengthened. The other thing that I don't miss is the Sally Hands Argan Oil infused cuticle oil. That's how this bottle comes in. It comes with a brush with an easy applicator. If you don't have this, you can use any argan oil on your nails. If you don't have that, almond oil will also do. My sixth tip would be on how to do a simple pedicure at home, and you can follow the same steps that you do in a manicure. You can refer to the video that I was talking about, but I will show you two products which you will need additionally in doing a pedicure, and they are pretty simple and easily available. First one being a foot brush like this, where you have a pumice stone right here. Mine is broken, but this is more than enough for me to scrub my feet. This also have a scrubber right here if you have a lot of dead skin, and then there is a brush right here. So the brush is very helpful to scrub off any cuticles off my nails, and the pumice stone for scrubbing off any dead skin. This is a very useful product, easily available at a chemist or online. And then the next product, which I spoke about very recently in a video about the Moha products. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it here. It's the Moha foot cream. This is such a wonderful product and it has really softened my feet so much. Because I couldn't get a pedicure done in the past 2 months, the skin underneath my feet had become really hard, and this has really helped soften my feet so much. And the ingredients in here are so wonderful, guys. It has papaya, aloe and peppermint. Really like this product. And then the last thing that I have for you is how to do a simple hair spa at home. Now this is very easy and something that I have showed you in the past as well. This is one of my favorite hair care products. I have done a full review as to how to take care of your hair and the products that I use. I'm going to link that video here if you've missed it, so you can refer to that video. But this one product that I really like using once a week is the Squash Off Spa Essence. Now this is a hydrating cream, and I'm going to show you that this is a white colored cream. Very hydrating. I've used this so much. This is my second tub. I'm running out of this also. So it's very easy to use this when you get a hair spa done in a parlor of a Squash Off, because in my parlor I get the same hair spa done. What they do is something that you can replicate, a little easy version of that at home. Now all you need to do is you need to put this in the strands of your hair and then massage it for at least 10 minutes in all your hair. Make sure your hair are drenched in the cream, and then just tie your hair up and then wrap around a hot towel. Just make sure that the towel is hot enough. You don't want to burn your scalp, but it's hot enough and you've squeezed out all the water. You leave that in for about 20 minutes and then just simply wash off. This of course you have to do after you have shampooed your hair, and do it on freshly shampooed hair. The other thing that I can recommend after you do this is go ahead and apply some hair serum. You can use any. I like the Streak serum or the Levon serum, so you can use any one that you like. So guys, with that, it's a wrap. I hope this video was helpful and you were able to pick up some tips that you can apply on yourself. Do try these tips at home, and especially the DIY face mask. That is very, very good. You saw the results for yourself. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell. And until I see you next, guys, thanks so much for watching. Love you all. Bye-bye.